Good evening, collective. I'm just thought I'd show you around my camp. I'm in the bush again. So, yeah, sun's about to go down. So I'll just show you around my spot. So it's kind of like uh, it's a good spot. It's just right on the edge of Greenough River mouth, and lots of little hidey holes here. You can camp and hide, right? Because it costs. So there's my camp. Hiding out here. But like you can't camp anywhere much, so it's just finding these little gems is it's great, because in town, well, just in the caravan park there, that's pretty much, the caravan park is pretty much it. And they wanted $45 a night at the Greenough Caravan Park, just for a piece of dirt, no power, no nothing, $45 a night. So just think about that adding up if you were to stay at a caravan park every night when you're, in a position like me, or, that's a lot of money, like how much it costs for a house, a week. The place that I was in before, it was, 400 a week that I just left, and I can pay that much. So what is it like? So if that's $40, so 2 nights would be 80. So 200 for 4 nights. 5 nights, 250. Roundabouts. 6 nights, 300. 7 nights, so let's say a whole week. It's round about 400, right? Ballpark figure. That's the sort of general cost in a caravan park, and that's not the cheapest. I mean, the dearest. There are cheaper ones, but pretty much you might as well just come and sit out in the bush here. The only advantage you have going to a caravan park is that you can have a shower and you can do your washing. Maybe use the have a swim in their swimming pool. But just for a piece of dirt with nothing on it, just a bit of dirt to park your vehicle and put your tent, if that's what your van or whatever. And if you were to pay for it every week, so you're looking at $400 a week. I was paying $400 a week for my studio and my living space where I was. But I got evicted, right, because they wanted to repurpose the place, probably because they want to, they could get more money if, they didn't have me there. Because then they obviously did their research on, and this is the thing, the landlords and the people have got the owners of the properties and the caravan parks are all just jumping on the bandwagon, because there is a lot of people that are homeless, and like that also impacts the people who just want to have a holiday. You know what I mean? People that don't have a huge amount of money. It used to be a cheap holiday for families that, when their income's not that great, Well, it probably would be if everything else didn't cost so much, But yeah, so I just find little hidey holes like this and take a shovel, when I need to go to the loo. As long as you're clean, you know what I mean? and got to hunt around for water. That's another thing, right? Like, so then if you keep getting moved on, right, like, because let's just face it here, like, I'm in the position of homelessness, right? But I'm very, very fortunate because I had enough money, I could set myself up and make myself comfortable. I've got my fridge and, I've got everything, right? Like, so wherever I stop, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy living like that, like this, and it's not romantic. Well, it is for a little while, and it is great, like you get used to it, right? But it is tiring as well, and it's tiring because you've got to keep moving. So 2 days, and then you've got the campsites that are like, in places that we used to be able to just go to a beach and whoever's first in, best dressed, gets the spot, right? And, it used to be free. A lot of people used to just have their shacks in the bush right at the beach. The time goes on, and then they started to just charge a little bit for staying there. So that was to maintain the toilets and just make sure everyone's being correct with the environment, respectful of the space, and just a general sort of management of the area, right? So they used to just charge a little bit, like $10, $12, $15 for to maintain those sort of things. Now, to camp anywhere like in a national park or the beach, what was it for me the other night? It was $60 a night. $60? No, I had 2 nights, so it was $30 a night. So when you're having to move on, and then a lot of the places where you can just get like this, I mean, they're really lucky to just, like they kind of are taking control of the entrances to get into like places like this. But this one was open, like pretty strange actually. But there is some places you can get to if you've got 4-wheel drive, right? Fortunately, I have. But this lump on the back of my right. You know how I had the tick on the back of my head the other day? I had another one on the back of my neck, and I don't know. I pulled it out, but I've got a bit of a lump on the back of my neck now. I don't know if I got the head out. It's not really irritating me that much. And then I had another one, like in the middle of my back. I managed to get him off as well. They were just little tiny ones. I managed to just sort of scrape them off. But anyway, that's from lying around out in the bush, right? Ticks, and they can cause disease too, But I was lying in the bush. But a lot of people are lying in the bush, that aren't, because everyone just assumes that people that are homeless are, drug addicts or, living wrong or something like that. But no, these days, like the circumstances, and my circumstances, like I didn't have, it's just circumstances, things that happen and then just, make life really, really difficult. So then you've got the issue of, if you want to get a job, and you're having to move every day, where you're camping, and how do you do that? Right? So go to work and camp in the bush, because you've got to keep moving. So I'm just keeping moving, right? And then you've got the cost of the fuel as well to be able to move, and maintenance on the vehicle. Like I've got to go into Geraldton tomorrow, and I've got to get a service on the vehicle, because if I don't service and look after the vehicle well, then I'm really fucked, right? So I just thought I'd let you know what the scene is, and how it is for people like me. So, and I should imagine, so I've got to, this is a good spot though, I'll stay here for 2 nights because then I've got to go, get to Geraldton on Wednesday, get the service done on the car, get a little bit of shopping, and then I'll be going to the other side of Geraldton and try and find another space out there. I know there is a beach spot out there I'll be able to camp at, but that'll be one that I have to pay for as well. But if I find something else on the way, then, something like this. But it'll be nice to go to the beach, I'll spend that little bit of money, as long as, it's weekday too, so you've got less people going for the weekend and then filling up the spaces on the weekends, so you've got to kind of choose your days to stay at those type of places. In the meantime, it's saving me some money to camp like this place here. And then I can hang on to that little bit of money, right? And keep going, pay for some fuel. So Wednesday I'll go into Geraldton, get the service done, have a shower, get a shower somewhere, and fill up the water bottles. So I've got today and tomorrow. I've probably got plenty of water, but I just top it up all the time when I can anyway. That's another issue, finding taps. Most of the service stations have got them, but some of them have got, they don't have drinking water. It just depends on where you are. And some places don't have the handle on them. They take the handles off because people have gone around and, they leave the taps on running, so then the shower goes around and, they take the handle off. I've got one though. I can put on those ones. I've got one in my toolbox, so I'm okay with that. But it's just another inconvenience, just another difficulty. But fortunately I've got my Starlink. I can be anywhere and tap into the internet, so I can still have my online shop. It's still sitting there. I've got the online shop, so what would be really, really helpful for me, and with you kind of knowing my situation as well, buy something from my shop. How many people would it take to buy something from my shop, and that would really give me a helping hand, right? Or a donation, super thanks down the bottom there, something like that. I wouldn't advise going to my PayPal. I think it's been corrupted, so so I'm going to have to close the PayPal account down and then remonetize or open up another account. Somebody did say that PayPal was notorious for corruption, and I think that's happened. Just another thing for me to try and work out and deal with. So what was that other thing? The sun's going down. You want to see? I'll turn it around. It would be nice to be out on the water, but I have to come and set up the camp while I can still see, right? So the mouth of the river's just over there, and the beach. So the thing is, the problem with me is, then I have to pack everything down, put everything in the car. But that's okay, I can kind of handle that. But sometimes it's just like, oh man, I'm tired, I just want to lie down, you know what I mean? But you got to pull everything, I'm not whinging. I'm really, really grateful that I've got what I've got here, and that's what I chose to invest my money in, right? Because I knew I wasn't going to have enough money to, to buy a place or put a deposit even on anything. I didn't have enough, so I bought this vehicle, decked it out. That's my investment, right? And then what the money that I had there, I've just got it in a like it's got a quite good interest on the money that I've got in the bank. It's not too bad, but so I can grow that and try and build up a little bit more cash to keep me going, right? So if you want to help me out, I'm going to be doing some more designs and whatnot, and you just buy one of my t-shirts. Like if so many people just bought a t-shirt, I'd be okay, because that's my work, right? That's my artwork on my t-shirts and or merchandise or whatever. I've got to try and find another spot that I can settle at for a little bit, so that I can do some more and get more out there, right? But I've had to keep moving around, try and find something. I've been driving around all day, but I'm slowly heading north, right? Because I've got something I've got to do further up north, right? So, and I will let you know about that when I can do that. But at the moment I can't do that because I might even be able to do it in the next couple of days. Maybe here or the next stop after I get to the other side of Geraldton. I'm not too sure. I've got to contact some people first, and then I can let you know what I'm doing, but I have to contact them first. I haven't been able to yet. So anyway, please like, share and subscribe if you are going to donate, or if you don't want to donate or buy something. At least do that, and then that will help me as well, to a degree. So anyway, I'm going to go. Oh, I think my billy's boiling. I can't be wasting the gas. I think I've only got one of the gas bottles left. So, and you can't light a fire. So I better do that. So I will talk to you again soon. Okay, bye bye.